Hey there, folks. It's the E-Man here. On my other video about Granada 2, now I'm going to be doing one about another game. I do apologize if the sound was weird. I was trying to use a microphone and the headset doesn't sound very good. It's probably better if I do it through the normal video audio capturing. Okay, let's go. I'm going to be talking about a PlayStation game this time. And we'll be talking about Star Ocean, the second story. Of course, there's been a PSP redone version of this called the Second Evolution. It's essentially the same game, but they've added voice acting and certain scenes and kind of enhanced a few things, changed a few things, but it's still pretty much the same game. Now, I will basically be honest and say, yeah, I was hooked on playing this game. I remember playing this game, me and my sister playing this game all the time, trying to get unlock all the different characters, because on the main screen there's a thing where you can listen to all the voices, and it was like a big thing to try to get the whole voice map thing done on it. It was very interesting, to say the least. Now, Star Ocean is a very interesting RPG series. I don't know if any of you have ever played Wild Arms, where they tried to combine the Wild West with RPGs. This is essentially combining science fiction with RPGs. Really more of Star Trek. Yeah, in Star Ocean, there are many references of things. It does seem like maybe the Japanese were kind of portraying that. Of course, this game was made by Inks, which of course is now Square Inks. That's pretty much owned by Square and whatever. Now I got this for I think like $20 or something. It was an old like rental store version, so it works good. Yeah, it was back on the day. I remember buying this at Walmart, brand new. And someone told me, "Oh yeah, I love this game. It's the best game I've ever played." And it was a great game to play. I can tell you that. Now, yeah, I don't have the instruction booklet, supposedly. Oh well. I haven't played this for a while. Usually the best way to play PlayStation games is to either, play them on the PS3, play them through the PS3, essentially. It's probably the best way to do it. Now, I think this game came out like 98 or sometime about that. So this game is kind of an interesting game when it came out. Well, basically, in the opening, you can be Claude Kenny or Rena Renford. Yeah. So basically, Claude is like a member of some certain organization, humans of well, I mean, essentially, he's like yeah. So a member of the Earth Federation, and his father is like a main hero. His father was one of the characters in, I think, the first one, First Departure on the PSP. There's another great one to play too. Anywho, well, yeah, and so basically, the Earth Federation, you go to a weird planet, and then you get sucked to another world, another planet. Oh, geez, it's amazing. I kind of forgot what the name of the planet is, but yeah, I don't want to give away too much here. Of course, and then you can either choose to be Claude Kenny or Rena Redford, which is she's a mysterious girl with weird powers, but with weird powers and stuff, and well, the planet Expel. Sorry, yeah, there we go. Yeah, and basically, it's like it changes the storyline a little bit from like where it begins, and a few things are a little bit different. It's interesting. It's kind of cool because then essentially you have to kind of beat the game as go all the way through his quad, and then you can go all the way through his arena. I don't know if truly there really is much of a difference. There's a big difference at the beginning, and maybe some scenes might be a little different. Well, essentially that decides what character is the main character you can control, because all your other characters can be computer controlled, which is kind of a unique thing. Yeah, as I've said, a lot of RPGs weren't really doing a lot of these things, so it was kind of interesting to have some kind of an AI where you can actually go in and tell them what spells not to use. It was kind of cool, which means you can just focus on your one dude, and you can run around the battlefield. It's very much like the Tales of series, and I don't know if maybe some people involved with that made this, but it's a pretty great game. It's on the PlayStation. The graphics are probably a little iffy. On the PSP version is a little more interesting to play. A lot of extra stuff. Well, I mean, and I'm not really going to give away too much, but I mean, yeah. Well, what's interesting about this game is you're not really sure who the main villains are. There's an explanation of the sorcery globe and some weird things going on the planet of Expel and stuff. I don't think, I don't want to give away, of course, what it is, but yeah. Eventually there is, a more bigger evil that you have to face, and it can be a very tough game. The last boss can kick your butt, no matter how powered up you are. I remember leveling up to level 99. Everybody was maxed out, and I still couldn't beat him. And there was even there were side quests to do, and I thought, yay, I'm going to make him really easy to defeat. And then I found out I made the boss completely impossible. So, yeah, always read. Well, nowadays, of course, you can read up. You can read up and have an understanding of what's going to happen, get a walkthrough and tell you what will happen. It's also a good thing to make sure you save readily. Have a bunch of different save files so you can pick up different places if you mess something up. You don't really have to do much grinding. But like I said, the way it is in a lot of Star Ocean games, the last few bosses can be pretty much near impossible. But yeah, it was a much more interesting, more fleshed out game, especially an RPG, than I've ever played. And it's kind of weird to think that when this was made, it was made at the same time that Square Enix was doing Xenogears and other projects that are really cool, and the game really holds up today. I mean, I almost wish there had been a remastered version of this. I know it's already been on the PSP, but it would be nice to have it released on, for it to be redone and then released on the PS4 or something. Well, I mean, supposedly the PlayStation 5 is going to be able to play PS1 games and PS2 and PS3 and PS4 games, supposedly. If it does, then that will be great. I don't know if they're going to do any super enhancements or whatever. So I guess I would probably recommend this to someone who likes RPGs and JRPGs. But I will say, of course, it's hard to find the time to play these giant RPGs. I remember playing this when I was younger. I had a lot more time on my hands to play it. Yeah, I just remember me and my sister just playing it all the time. It really is a pretty fun game, I think. Characters, storyline. Like I said, if you're not really a fan of sci-fi, you may not particularly like this or not. You may not particularly like this game. But I think you will probably like it anyway, because I think you probably look past that, you know. But there is many references to Star Trek and many things within it. Well, anyway, I guess that's I guess I'm going to be signing off then. Well, I hope you guys have, you know, enjoyed this video, and, you know, I hope you guys have seen my new title. I've tried to actually try to make a decent looking, you know, well, title bar thing. Yeah. Like the E-Man show or whatever. I mean, yeah. Well, I guess I'll see you on, I guess I'll see you guys around, and I hope that, you know, I get some like likes and maybe some more subscribers. I hope so. I mean, I even would appreciate comments about what maybe you should like me to do, because I would really like to, you know, start getting some more people more interested in me and my channel, perhaps. I'm not looking to make money. I'm not going to be stuck up or nothing. I'm just talking about what the biggest thing is, you know, talking about games. Well, anyway, sorry. The E-Man signing off. I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.